So then, Manchester United against Liverpool, the old enemy at Old Trafford, and plenty of changes for both sides, it's got to be said. We'll start with Manchester United, who put Tyrone Malacia in at left-back. Rafael Varane replaces Harry Maguire. Scott McTominay's in for Fred, and Anthony Elanga comes in for Cristiano Ronaldo. Team in full is De Gea in goal, Malacia, Martinez, Varane, Dalot, Eriksen and McTominay, Elanga, Fernandes and Sancho behind Rashford up front. Ben Thornley, there's some changes there, and obviously Erik ten Hag has planned something, and we just now need to hope that it works.
Well, I think what he's got there is plenty of pace. I think the reason for Anthony Elanga's inclusion, I think down the United left, is to try and give Trent Alexander-Arnold something to think about. We need to stop Liverpool at source, and very often their source, I know that you've got Virgil van Dijk, who's a terrific long-range passer, but we need to get close to him, and we need especially to get close to the full-backs. They're the ones that set Liverpool going, and with Anthony Elanga, especially with Trent Alexander-Arnold, who is the more potent of the full-backs, if you like, with his delivery and his ability to get forward. I think with Anthony Elanga, he'll know that he's up against a speed merchant, and if United can transition the ball and turn it over quickly, Anthony Elanga has to get on his bike. He's not always going to get the ball, Liam, but he has to get on his bike and give Trent Alexander-Arnold something to think about. And if he doesn't and keeps leaving gaps, then that ball just needs to keep going over his head and over his head. But first and foremost, we have to stop him from creating chances, getting forward, especially when you've got Salah and Diaz.
In terms of Liverpool, they've made changes too. They do keep Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andrew Robertson in at fullback, but Joe Gomez comes in at centre-half. And I think most surprisingly for me, Henderson comes in for Fabinho. Now, I understand that he's the captain, but I would have anticipated Harvey Elliott dropping out of the side. Not the case. And Roberto Firmino comes in up top to replace the suspended Darwin Núñez. So, changes for Liverpool too as they look for their first win of the season.
Yeah, and the changes as well, which are also eyebrow-raising. I'm amazed that Fabinho's not playing. I think he's one of Liverpool's best players, and I expected... Not that I didn't expect Jordan Henderson to start, because I think he gives, in an atmosphere like this, he gives their team that little bit of control in midfield. But certainly Fabinho, I thought, would come in instead of Harvey Elliott. I don't think Joe Gomez has started a game with Virgil van Dijk since they lost 7-2 against Aston Villa. Now, I know that you'll quote me on that if I'm definitely wrong, but I think that I heard that somewhere, that was the last time they started together. No Matip, no Konate, no Núñez, no Thiago in midfield. They're missing players as well. And because we're playing them so early in the season, and because they haven't got off to a blistering start, and they played a team that have come up and a team at home in Crystal Palace that you probably would have expected them to have the 6 points, Liverpool, they haven't. And this is not, even though it's unprecedented we're playing this early, this is not a bad time to be getting Liverpool, and what a time it would be to ignite United season by getting a scalp here this evening.
It will be Harvey Elliott to get us underway. Michael Oliver checking with his assistants, looks at his watch, blows his whistle, and we're off and running. Immediately, raking ball forward. Good header comes in from Dalot, finds Rashford, tries the flick, Jordan Henderson mops up, delivers it back to the Brazilian stopper, Alisson. Van Dijk with that trademark diagonal, can't squeeze it past Tyrone Malacia. Martinez doing well to mop up ahead of Mo Salah.
Yeah, that is one thing that United will have to be careful of, that obviously they want to, like United do, they tend to play out from the back.
Martinez and Salah having a bit of a set too. Nice strong tackle from Martinez early doors to let Mo Salah know that he's there. Referee Michael Oliver gives a free kick and nothing more.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Ball forward, Bruno Fernandes through the middle, opportunity, gets it square, real chance for United, oh, it's off the post, and Anthony Elanga sees it bounce away, out to Jadon Sancho. Sancho with the cross, and it's behind, but Manchester United, the width of the woodwork away.
Brilliant from Bruno Fernandes, really, really good pass as well from Scott McTominay. This is what I'm talking about, having the willingness to run forward. I mean, Alisson, he's done everything that he possibly can, but Anthony Elanga, he's got to score. He really has. He's got to score there.
Eriksen with the corner, in it comes, headed up in the air by Virgil van Dijk towards Salah on the edge of the box. Malacia putting some pressure on the Egyptian and wins the tackle as well. And listen to what it's doing to Old Trafford, Ben. Everybody's up for it now.
Yeah, you imagine what a goal would have done, and he knows. That's tremendous work from Bruno. He wasn't really favourite to get there, and all I was waiting for was Anthony Elanga to come away with his celebration.
Again, the long ball from Virgil van Dijk to pick out Mo Salah, who's got round Malacia. Good tackle comes in though, and I tell you what, Roberto Firmino was lurking. It needed to be a good tackle from Manchester United.
He did really well, but I tell you what,
Sancho's got round. He's helped out by Marcus Rashford. Rashford's on the overlap, comes in field to Bruno. Bruno's going to try one through to Marcus Rashford. Is he onside? Collects the ball by the dead ball line, cuts back. Bruno Fernandes squares it, chance for Eriksen in the penalty area. Eriksen just forced out, comes out to Malacia.
Why didn't he shoot first time? He had the pace of the cross. Why didn't he shoot?
Well, that's a lovely ball back into the penalty area. Real chance for United. Jadon Sancho takes another touch and puts it home. Jadon Sancho opens the scoring for Manchester United, and that's exactly what you wanted. An early goal for the Reds. It's Manchester United 1, Liverpool 0.
And it's nothing more than they've deserved either. Nothing more than they've deserved. I actually thought that Marcus Rashford was probably offside on the build-up to that goal. I tell you what, I don't think I've ever been as quickly out of my seat. But the way that he worked it, I mean, it's a terrific bit of skill. He's nothing more than this Manchester United team deserve. He really isn't. Again, was it Alexander-Arnold? I mean, that is just terrible defending from Alexander-Arnold. He almost just sort of stopped when he realised it was too late, but he sits him down. Yeah. And it's such a composed finish. Alexander-Arnold, I'm sorry, if I'm looking at you as a manager, I'm thinking, what on earth are you playing at? But take nothing away, his piece of skill and the build-up from Manchester United and the start that they've made, everybody in this stadium must be absolutely buzzing.
In field to Henderson. Henderson back to Robertson. Hint of offside about that ball back to Robertson. Not going to be given. Headed away by Martinez. Only as far as Milner. Milner tries to play it through. Can't do so. Rashford does well to do just enough.
He's got to get there, Sancho. He's got to get there.
Luis Diaz with space. Luis Diaz in the penalty area. Luis Diaz with the shot. It's wide.
That's Jadon Sancho. Couldn't praise you more for the goal that you've given, but you cannot jump out of a tackle like you just did there with James Milner. That's not acceptable, because things like this, or things like that, lead to things like this.
Erik ten Hag telling Jadon Sancho almost exactly that.
Yeah.
Volleyed clear by Christian Eriksen.
Now we've got to get up behind it.
Rashford. Won again by Eriksen. Turned round the corner now by Bruno Fernandes. Chance for Manchester United to get on the front foot again. This is Anthony Elanga. Up to the edge of the penalty area. Brilliant from Elanga. Wins the foul on the edge of the penalty area. And this time the referee, Michael Oliver, has no option but to reach for the pocket. And Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's been given a torrid time by Manchester United in the opening 25 minutes, goes in the referee's notebook.
Magnificent, Anthony Elanga. This is exactly what I want to see from him. Positivity, going down the outside. Then he sees a gap and he can go in. But you can see it there, even with the ball at his feet, Alexander-Arnold cannot get near him pace-wise.
Michael Oliver blows his whistle.
This is absolutely nailed on for somebody to come and hit this at the edge of the box.
And it comes, oh, what a chance that is! Brilliant from Christian Eriksen, forces the save from Alisson, but I thought he was dipping under the bar all the way. Brilliant from the Dane.
Yeah, much better free kick.
Malacia takes this one. A better corner from him this time towards Bruno Fernandes, just can't quite reach it. It's over the top of the Portuguese's head and behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, he just needs to, it was more under hit than the last one, but it just needs to be put into that area that little bit more.
Seemed to be looking for Bruno Fernandes though at the back post.
Yeah,
that's it.
which is strange, because you wouldn't sort of pick him out ideally for his heading abilities.
Gets the cross into, real opportunity here for Salah. Great tackle. Lisandro Martinez gets the block in and everybody high fives. Defence absolutely loving that. as Lisandro Martinez makes a fantastic block to keep United from conceding.
Yeah, well, they're starting to find players in the centre of the park really, really easily. I mean, it's on the stretch, the clearance. In fact, it was his clearance, and then it was him that got up Martinez.
Here's the corner, chance on the goal line. Where's that gone? Not gone in. Turned away, cleared off the line. Another chance comes in. What goes behind?
What on earth are we doing?
Well,
I'd have to see that again. I mean, I don't know how that's not gone in, but was that actually one of our players that headed that?
no.
It was James Milner.
It was Milner, and then Bruno Fernandes has nearly turned it in, but
He's whacked it against Martinez. What's Bruno doing?
yeah, he's tried to lift the ball clear, hasn't he? And tell you what, point blank range probably wouldn't have been given, but he's hitting just under the armpit.
Oh no.
Liverpool would quite happily take half time at the minute as well. Headed away by Delow, switch sides. Malassi has come over to the right back berth. Out it goes to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Half-time whistle goes, and Manchester United go in at the break, leading by a goal to nil. Anthony Elanga hit the post early doors, but it was Jadon Sancho that has given Manchester United the lead. A fantastic finish after some great work down the left-hand side by Christian Eriksen, tucking it into the bottom left-hand corner. Half-time at Old Trafford, and Manchester United lead Liverpool by 1-0.